it's Lynette with Charm Grammy Crochet. How's everybody doing today? Um, I just realized I never put on any makeup today, so sorry. Oh well, it is what it is. I'm just crocheting. And I thought, I'm going to conduct a test, and I thought that you might like to join me. So I am here in my comfy crochet corner. Don't mind my pillows on the couch or whatever. But I am making a project. Here it is. This is the Bavarian rectangle blanket. I use the tutorial by Bag Day. I will link it, but you'll be able to find it easy. It's one of our latest tutorials. The yarn that I am using is Hirschner's Cheerful DK, because you can use any yarn you want for this pattern, and you know, whatever size hook works for you. And if you've been around for a while, you know that I am a Clover girl all the way, 100% Clover. I feel like I crochet faster with a Clover hook. They're comfortable in my hand. They fit my hand right. I don't have real big hands. I know some people that have larger hands aren't always necessarily happy with a Clover. The size of it isn't long enough, like Nancy from She's Got Yarn. She says they're too small for her, but she loves them and she uses them anyway. It's perfect for me. Whatever. I love my Clovers, and I really don't deter from my Clovers. But I'm using, they're very sleek. Like, the yarn moves easily, right? Well, I'm using this yarn, which you can probably tell it's got a little bit of a sheen to it here. It reminds me of a thin Caron Simply Soft. If you've never used the Cheerful DK, it is 100% acrylic, anti-pilling. It's these are 3.5 ounce, 250 yards, 100 grams, 273 meters. Oops, reverse that. 273 yards, 250 meters. It does say machine wash, lay flat to dry. This is got a sheen. It's soft. It's really a nice yarn. It is a little bit splitty, but because it's that, like Caron Simply Soft, it's so slippery that I find that it's slipping off of my hook way easier than what I want it to. And I remember when I first started crocheting, I did not have Clovers. I just had whatever, you know, some hooks left from my mother, basically. And then somebody told me to get Clover hooks. I believe it was probably Trish, Mama Swift. Anyway, I got some Clovers. And I had a hard time crocheting with them at first because they're so slippery. I wasn't fast enough. I think I wasn't used to them anyway, for sure. And my work kept slipping off my hook. Well, now I've been crocheting, you know, a few years. And where's the end of my work? I can't find the end of my work. And I generally do not use Caron Simply Soft type of yarn very often. But as I am crocheting this, and I am totally loving the pattern, I'm loving the blanket. Everything is wonderful. It's all treble crochets, which I totally love. I like them. I do like making them. I think they're kind of fun. And so I'm going to just show you that as I crochet with this, in this pattern, you have to make 8 double crochets or 8 double crochets together. This row, it's you put them together. This row, they're separately. And by the time specifically when you're doing the 8 trebles together, by the time I get to the 8th one, I'm losing them. These ones, they're 8 in the same stitch, but they're, oh, I forgot to do a chain one. Oh, see, this is why I don't YouTube and crochet at the same time. I've done this pattern enough that, like, it's a simple 2-row repeat. So really easy to do. But as I go through here, I'm finding, as I crochet with my Clover, that quite frequently my yarn falls off the hook, which I get a little bit aggravated about. Particularly when I've got like 8 stitches on the hook, and then I go to pull through all 8 and I lose some. Then you gotta like start that whole thing over again. It's a big huge stitch, right? When you got 8 at once. So I was thinking about that, and um I thought, you know, I remembered back when I got my Clovers and I had a hard time using them because they were so slippery. And I thought, I'm going to pull out another hook. This is a hook, and it's, you know, it looks like it's a slippery kind of hook, but, you know, it's got that same, uh, I don't think it's not as slippery as my Clover. So, and it's still 5 millimeter. And these were just some hooks on Amazon. Um, that I bought. I don't know why, just to try. I never tried them, but I thought, you know, I want to try a different hook and see how a different hook might work with this slippery yarn and see if I like it any better. Just because the Clovers are so slippery, um, that I'm wondering if I do it with a not as slippery hook, will I be able to work faster because I'm not dropping my stitches right off the end, which is quite aggravating, you know? Does anybody else have that problem with slippery yarn and a Clover hook? Um, Regular, not like Karen Simply Soft type of yarn, I never have that problem with. Um, and I literally, in my stash, probably have 10 skeins of this kind of slippery yarn. It's beautiful. And it's soft and I love it. Um, but I just don't run off, you know, buying it all the time. I don't know, no specific reason. Um, I've seen it on sale sometimes, and I specifically like, I don't have much of that to go with whatever, you know, specific color they're putting on sale or whatever. I don't need to start a whole nother type of yarn collection. Let's face it. So I tend to not buy it, the Karen Simply Soft type of yarn. And I'm going to tell you, I think I like this red hook with this yarn. I have not dropped one stitch, and it's also not, I haven't split it yet either. I've only done a few stitches, but so far so good. Um, so far I'm really liking this with this. I'm going to do a couple of rounds and then I'll get back to you and see how it's going. But so far, you guys, I'm going to tell you real quick, I did bite the bullet and I bought some nice yarns. I'm going to blame it on Nancy. It's not here yet. It's supposed to come like April 1st on April Fool's Day. I hope they're not tricking me. If it comes, I will do a video. Yep, all her fault. I'm blaming her. I don't buy ice yarns very often. This is maybe the second or third time. I shop there. I mean, do I? Oh, heck yeah. I just can't get past. Usually, when I shop there, I put all these beautiful yarns in my cart, and my total is, you know, not much. And then I add that shipping cost in, and it's more than the yarn. I'm like, I just can't do it. You can price average and do all that stuff, and I just have a hard time. But I bought yarn. I bought some, and I got some in the bags, the not mystery bags, but the, you know, the lot bags that they sell. Um, and I got some others that aren't in that, but anyway, you'll see it when it comes on the first. So you'll probably, if it comes on the first, you'll probably see the video on the second or so. And if you guys did not watch Jan and Laura's live yesterday, Hooker versus Hooker, they had Sam from Manfa's Makes and Juan and Juan the Yarn Addict. Really a good live. You guys got to go watch it. I will try to link it. And if you don't know any of those people, go visit them because they're all good, wonderful podcasters. And there was a subscriber in there. Her name is Christy. She's also participating in the Hooker versus Hooker. I'm not going to tell you yet what the project was that they are doing or the colors of the yarn because I haven't decided on a project yet. I mean, I haven't decided what to do, and I haven't decided what yarn to use. So, and it doesn't really start till the 1st, but we're allowed to pick out our yarn in our project up until then. You know, you just can't start crocheting on it till the 1st, but I'm not a participant, so I can do whatever the heck I want to. I can do what I want, and I just haven't decided. It was just drawn yesterday. But it was a good video, so you should go participate. It's just bragging rights for the people on the panel. Nobody wins a prize or anything like that. It's just all good fun stuff. So anyway, I'm going to pause this video, and I want to see how it works when I get to the 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the individual stitches side. The next round, which I have to get all the way back to over here, so it's going to be a few minutes. And we're going out to dinner. I'm expecting my brother-in-law soon. So I may not get that far, and I may have to pick this up tomorrow. Who knows? But I will come back to you after I've done some of those stitches where you have 8 on your hook at one time, and we'll see how we'll compare how I like the Clover compared to this red. It's just a no-name hook. I think they were really inexpensive on Amazon. I got a whole set, I don't know, a couple of years ago. First time I opened the bag. They all came in a white bag, and I just opened the bag right before this video. I was just looking for a knot Clover. I have like 3 sets of Clover, to be honest. And so I was looking for a knot Clover. So I'll be back to you in a few minutes. Bye. So hi everyone. I'm back. It's late. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm tired. But I did want to get back to you with the red hook and my blanket. So I'm going to show you. I like the red hook with this yarn. I am crocheting faster. I did come back. My brother-in-law did come over. We went out to dinner. Then we played cards. And then I sat down and worked on the blanket. And I finished the row that I was on and got back to the beginning, only to discover that I made a mistake. If you guys watched Shannon, oh goodness, Addicted to Yarn, I think. Oh goodness, I know that's not the right. I'll have her linked anyway. She is making the same blanket from Bag O' Day, and she's using different yarn, and she made this very same mistake that I just made, where I didn't put enough on my previous row corner, and I don't want to rip it all the way back. She fixed hers. I don't know if I can do what she did to fix her. Should have 4 total, sections of 3 here. I mean sections of 4. So the one that's at the bottom is the previous row, and then you add 3. And on this corner, which is the first corner, I only added 2, which means I have to rip out all of this, and all of this, and all of this, and all of this. or I can try to do surgery on it like Shannon did. She did a really good job. Oh, pardon me. Like I said, it's really late. I don't know that I can do that good of a job, to be honest. And this is a wedding gift, or a wedding shower gift. I talked about one day, like, you make a mistake in a project because, in quilting, I know, that's the thing. You have at least one mistake because God is the only one that's perfect. That's a big mistake. What I did is a big mistake. I know whether I try to do surgery, I might try to do surgery. Oh, pardon me. And see how it looks, and then end up ripping it out anyway. That's probably what's going to happen. But I'm tired now, and so I'm not going to attempt surgery as tired because that wouldn't be too smart to be a tired surgeon. I just don't think that's a good idea. And it's 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm not ripping it out. But I did want to get through the row and come back on and tell you guys what I thought of using this hook versus the Clover. It's just, some generic hook, but it is still a 5mm. It's probably upside down for you if you can even see it or not. It says 8, so it's, I guess, a US 8. I don't know. Anyway, it's a 5mm, just like what I was using with Clover, but this one, the yarn doesn't stick to it, but it doesn't slide off. I didn't have one issue with the yarn sliding off, and I did not split the yarn with that hook, and that was happening when I was using the Clover. So this is the first time since I've owned Clover hooks. Oh, pardon me. I really apologize for that. The first time since I've owned Clover hooks that I have used a hook that's not Clover. Since I got used to them. The first time I bought the Clovers, I was practicing back and forth from the previous, the hooks that I used to use to the Clover until I got used to it. But like when I first used it, I thought I'm never gonna like these hooks. And now it's been several years, and this is the first project I'm gonna do that I'm not completely using a Clover hook for. But I'm gonna use the red hook. I even put it in the case. You'll be able to see it because this is a clear case, but there it is, the red hook. And I'm gonna sleep on whether I'm frogging. I'm probably gonna frog it just because it is, as a gift. If it was for myself, that would be a whole different story, but it's not, and I want it to be really nice. So I'll probably frog it and not be, oh, sorry, there I go again. I'm probably gonna frog it. Anyway, I'm gonna sleep on it. But I did want to get back to you and let you know how I felt about the slippery yarn and the not as nice hook. I like it better. So that's the verdict. And I will see you guys in the next video, and I'll let you know what I did. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.